Annex OT, the Abia State governor, has started Operation Crush, a joint task force of the police, army, the navy, and other pertinent security organizations. OT made this statement yesterday at the official launch of 20 Hilux Patrol trucks that the administration had provided to the state security agencies as part of its Operation Crush security initiative. On social media, some people question why he disregarded locally produced cars like Innocent and Nord for the fleet of vehicles to be used for the joint task force operation. Our Rise business analyst Chika Mbonu joins me live here from Lagos here. Let's get started on the Hilux and whatever car. Good morning.
Okay,
so let's start with Alex Oti. Give me your first reaction to this.
Let's dispense with that quickly.
Yes.
You know, and the first of all is that the first question, one of the questions I want to always be asking the governor is that, or the police is, whenever a new governor comes, he buys a new fleet of cars for the police. What happened to the previous vehicles?
Yes.
You know that. But you know, when this story pushed out and it was in social media, in our Rise way, we always try to balance stories. You know, so I tried to reach out. I reached out to the governor, and I reached out to Innocent also. You know, and Innocent is actually said, please, you have to help me thank the governor. That what happened is that the governor came to me first of all to ask he needs these vehicles like yesterday, and he didn't have any in the inventory. So
that's Innocent
Motors.
Does not have.
He said he didn't have the Hilux, the similar vehicle or Hilux or the type in inventory, and so that's how the governor had to go to this alternative. So he went to Innocent first. Indeed, he said that the vehicle that the governor is driving is Innocent made. All the vehicles the commissioners in Abia State are driving are also Innocent. So Governor Alex Oti has been doing well. Listen to us in this program to patronize our locally assembled makers.
You expect Alex Oti is a former bank CEO, he's a private sector led person in the banking sector and all of that. So you should understand why you need a private sector to jump. Again, Nigeria could actually lead automobile production. The ESCFTA has pointed out automobile as a sector that could facilitate intra-Africa trade. That sector is currently dominated by South Africa, Morocco, and Egypt. What do you think we can do to ramp up?
Basically, first thing is capacity. The capacity. Like I told you, Innocent was asked to supply these vehicles. I said he didn't. He has no inventory.
So what does Innocent need for it?
So preparedness, more finance, I guess, because and firm demand
from the market.
For the market. Like we said here, that if someone like Innocent had a guaranteed demand, that will say that the policy that is in place that says every vehicle that's going to be acquired or bought by the state governments and the federal governments from a national deficit finance budget must be bought from locally assembled,
You just
vehicles.
took that straight out of my mouth because it was President Obasanjo was way back in '76 or so.
PAN.
PAN.
Pojo.
The Pojo in Kaduna that says all government MDAs should use a Pojo. And then in 1999 or so, I heard the news says he sort of brought that back and said every government agency should use made in Nigerian vehicles. Do you think we can bring that back?
We can push that back. I mean, economies like India have, the credo has been we will produce what we eat and we eat what we produce. So the same thing with motor vehicles. We will drive what we produce here. And this issue of taking all the budget and transferring them to Japan for Toyota vehicle and other economies should actually stop. But as I said, on this issue of Abia State, the governor of Abia State, Innocent said I should commend the governor. The governor has done very well. The governor's personal car he used for official duties is Innocent made. The one driven by his commissioners are Innocent made. He didn't have the inventory then, but this
particular
this one,
which is quite urgent.
Because the governor wanted it like yesterday.
Yes,
because of the security situation in the
state.
So
we can still ramp up in our automobile production. Can we get PAN? Can we get Pojo and a few others back on track? I think we must be Africa's number one.
Yes, when you have a market that is guaranteed, that gives you the confidence to go back and borrow.
36 states and hundreds of local governments. The market is there, is it not?
Yeah, but it requires that political will, to create that policy that says we must, use what we produce in Nigeria, and that's very critical.
So let's leave the ground. Let's fly a little bit.
I think
I was about to talk about the Azman.
The Azman Air.
Yes.
Okay. Aviation is always a very interesting thing. We thought about so much of this in this program. The news was out there. Azman has shut operation.
Yes.
There are a lot of issues in play here. Of course, we know from the daily checks of a plane to the A check, to the B check, to C check and D checks. These are so many variants. I mean, like your new car, sometimes you change the engine oil and check the brake pads. Up to the time you're going to change gearbox and that's how the same thing with aviation. But it takes time for these things to happen. But you see, the issues here include the fact that one, how many aircraft does Azman have?
I wanted to ask whether it's a simple C check.
Because in Nigeria now, the policy I think is 2 or 3 aircraft you can start your airline. But then NCAA has been pushing towards having a minimum of 6 aircraft before you can start an airline, which is very important because look at now, a lot of customers have booked their flights in advance. So what's going to happen to their journeys? Azman has to work towards refunding these tickets. So it's very critical. And so airlines we thought about capacity. So in line with what the NCAA is doing about making ensuring airlines have a minimum of 6 aircraft. And this has to happen.
Existing airlines also be asked to have up to 6.
The policy is that all the existing airlines have to upgrade to that new policy in addition to the new airlines.
But that should be very strict as we have in the banking sector. You either have 25 billion or you don't get a license. It's as simple as that.
Because delayed flights, cancelled flights are all due to capacity problems.
Safety issues.
So if you have 2 aircraft only and 1 is down, what will happen? Is that you are going to cancel flights. And then the safety issues also you're going to be managing because you need to get revenues. And those are going to cause problems.
It's well in the day to think along that line.
Thank you.
Just keep it there. Yes, thank you. Our own in-house aviation minister. That's just Chika Mbonu, thank you so much. Have a great day.